Good day, everyone. This is Lois with Diamonds Things coming to you from the Northeast on this really warm, muggy day. I hope you're all doing fine. Today, I am going to be doing some stitching from Painting Fairy Cross Stitch. They had sent me for no charge to me this beautiful cross stitch, this stamped cross stitch. It is a 14 count. And I've shown you that I've worked on this before. I did a stitch along with me, or stitch with me, whatever you want to call it. But today, since I missed yesterday because my weekend was quite different, I had to work Saturday night from 6 to 11:30, so I'm not used to those hours. And Sunday was a washout, so I had no energy to do a stitch. So this is Monday. July 7th, and you'll see this later on tonight, evening time. So I just wanted to come on and work on this some more, and I hope you'll join me or listen to me and just enjoy some time stitching with me. So today I'm going to work on, as I said, I'm working on this one. Let me pull that out. That looks better like that. Let me see whereabouts. I am not technically savvy, so, and I'm preempting this because I do not know how to put a picture up on the screen. I need to take some time to learn how to do that because I know people like to see that picture, and I apologize, but right now I don't know how to do that. So I will show you where I'm working, and this is a blended stitch. I'm going to work right here in this green area because it's a large area, and I'll probably start down here in the corner that you couldn't see right down there, because I don't mind block stitching, as I'll call it, color blocking with the stitch. So I'm going to work on this part. I obviously have not worked very much on it. As I've mentioned before, I missed a stitch over there. I'm having carpal tunnel issues, but I'm trying to work with it, and I'm doing some PT at home to help it. So let's see, as I said, I started over here. So this looks like it's probably, let's see, maybe in this area right here. It looks like a good solid area. So that's probably where I'm going to be stitching, where this area is. So, and that stitch color is, it's a green one, obviously, right there. Make sure I have the right one. So I'm going to be using 939 and 820 as it's a blended color. And Painting Fairy puts their floss on beautiful plastic cards like these that just, they're so much better than the flimsy cardboard cards that some companies use. And I mean, I know that's fine for them, and it works. All right, so I said I'm going to use 939, which is this blue, and 820, which is the other blue up here. So I'm just going to get one strand, because 14 can't use 2 strands. Let me get my, oh heck, I need to put you on pause. I need to go get my magnifiers. I thought I was prepared. I do that every time. I apologize. I'll be right back. So I'm back, and I know that, putting you on pause, you don't even know I'm gone, but oops. All right, drop my magnifier. Hold on 1 minute, please, as I run around the table. That's what happens when you try to hurry. All right, let's see what I can accomplish here. So let me know what you're working on. I hope you'll like, subscribe, and comment, and I appreciate any new subscribers, and I hope you'll return. And if you are returning, thank you. I appreciate you coming back. There I go, I bumped the table. Sorry about that wobble. Let me take a deep breath. So, what else is new in your world? Or what is new in your world? I worked this morning from 7:45 to 12:45, which was a better shift. Although I'm not a person to get up at what I like to call the butt crack of dawn, which was like 5:30. I haven't done that in a dog's age or more. All right, so let me get to this. I said 9:39. I can't see this with my glasses, with my magnifiers on. Let me take one strand out of here. See if I can do this without too much difficulty in front of you guys. But you know, nobody's perfect. All right, pull that out like that. That's one strand. And 820 is right there. Look at that. I wonder if that's, I think it is. I've got a whole bundle of floss right here. This is Egyptian cotton. Yes, that's the same color. Painting Fairy uses Egyptian cotton, which is very nice to cross stitch with. Can you see that? All right, I'm just gonna pull that one out there. Come on, baby. Thank you. I guess that one was just, that floss strand was just one. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. Well, I guess I'll show you all the rest of the colors. How's that? So, as you saw, that picture, that was gorgeous. That's 718 to 799, and the other one, as you saw, is 819 to, you can see it better than I do, 3607. So that's the first bunch. Let's set those over there, and I'm going to put this together. I know most people just start out with everything all set to go, but you know, some people like to see the process. So that's what I'm doing. Adds a little more flavor to the video, I think. All right, so I'm just gonna put them together, and that makes a blended strand. I'll show you the other floss colors in a minute. Oops, almost dropped my needle. How many needles have you lost? Oh my gosh, I sit down on the couch most of the time. I'm upstairs in my crafting room. And I have a set of stitching stuff up here, and most of my stuff is downstairs. Most of my cross-stitching things, I should say. Well, that's not true, because I did buy a, when Joann's was going out of sale, I bought one of those decorative boxes. That didn't even work. I broke that. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, hold on. Let me fix my focus here. Look at that, it broke. I wonder where that piece went, because that would not be fun to step on. That was a Painting Fairy cross stitch needle. I'm surprised. All right, well, let's try another one. These are 26 needles too, I'm pretty sure. Never had that happen before. Has that happened to any of you? And like I said, that's pretty dangerous. There we go. That worked. And I'm not using the loop method with this just because it's a longer strand. And I'm just gonna, I've got all that to stitch, so with something like that, longer strands are better, I think. All right, so here are the other colors of the rainbow. Oh, don't fall on the floor. I'm gonna set that up there. All right, so there's 20, 25 to 210 right there. Love all these purple and blues together. And there's 309 to 554. Gorgeous colors. They're so soft. And I thank Painting Fairy for sending this to me, because I've seen so many people work with Painting Fairy cross stitches, and I was really excited to get this and to start working on it. All right, so there's the 3608 to, was that 3838? Those colors. And I'm saying it questionably because I have looking at it with my magnifiers. So it's not that easy for me to see it. And there's the last ones right there. I think they look pretty. I love all these colors. So, and this is a big one. This is, let's see what size it is. I don't read Chinese. And this is, sorry, I can't even tell you because I've got it in my Q-Snap. Let's say like 100. See, I've got it in my Q-Snap here because I have found it's easier for me to work on. This is, I think it's 100 by 100. Oh, it's 300 by 300. Yepers. So yeah, it's a big one. All right, so enough of the talking here. And I even parked 3 of my threads. I thought I'd try that. So let's get to it. Or I will get to it anyway. And if you're stitching already, that's awesome. So yeah, I'm just gonna start up here. Actually, let's see if I can. I should have moved my lamp, my arm better. Hold on one sec again. See how that works. I had to move my ring light closer. All right. It's taken me 12 minutes to get here. Sorry about that, but that's the way it goes sometimes. There's an old saying, that's the way it goes. First your money, then your clothes. All right, let me see if I can get this in here. There we go. Oh, that's not even what I wanted to do. That was a purple one. Don't mind me. All right, I'm gonna, actually I'm gonna go this way because I'm going to go down and come back up because I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to come over here and come up there. Hopefully it doesn't knot in the back. There we go. As you can see, I've got one really long one here. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to cut that off. And Painting Fairy, when they sent me the cross stitch, they actually sent me some scissors also that are really nice and sharp and pointy. So this is what I'm gonna do. And then I'll just start stitching, and actually I'm gonna do my full cross there just to secure it. And then I'll go up. Yeah, when I can, I'm going to try to find some kind of stand to set this on just so it's easier for me. As it is in the Q-Snap, and which is really nice because it holds it pretty taut there. So I like that. But it's not good for my hand. And I'm going up here and go back down that way. That way the threads will still be the same way. And then I'll start going. I have to if you will, please. Una momento, por favor. See if I can do it like this. There we go. I'm just gonna pull this. I know other people just zip right through there. I think I'll just hold it like that. Maybe that'll make a difference. It's gonna be angled for you. What the heck? Hold on. Go away. There's something on my screen that it's kind of talking to me. No, that's not gonna work. I think it's always nice to see, and I think I said this on the last one, people not struggle, but, you know, I mean, I'm not perfect. And anybody who, you know, makes a video like this and thinks they can do it to perfection is, that's not real life. So this is my real life. And if you're looking for perfection, I'm sorry, like I just said, this is not the place for it. And yes, there are many people out there that do this much better than I do. But, and faster, and that's wonderful. Maybe one day I'll get there. But, I don't do cross stitch to be stressed out, especially after working 5 hours on my feet and, you know, having to deal with sometimes not so nice people. Although it was okay today. I can't even, come on, bugger. Oh my goodness. There we go. I'm sorry, I have to lay this down and pick it back up because it's just not working very well for me. So I'm doing home PT for my carpal tunnel. There was a physical therapist that came into the store today, and she said, oh yeah, she said the surgery for carpal tunnel is nothing, and I know that, but I want to fix the problem. I don't want to just, you know, cover it up, because that's what to me, that's, God, I keep bumping this, I apologize. To me, that's what having carpal tunnel surgery is, like I had mentioned before. So enough of, my daughter tells me I complain a lot, and I apologize if that's what it sounds like. But everybody has their issues. So yeah, yesterday was like just a day to hang out. I like to go down to my daughter's and with my granddaughter and on Sundays most of the time and just chill and relax, and you know, we take turns cooking usually, but lately I haven't been able to, so she cooked ribs. We both love ribs, and they were really good. And we had beans and corn on the cob and fresh green beans. Corn on the cob was fresh from a fruit stand that we like to go to. So it's really good. We go there the corn, they always have fresh corn starting like July 4th week. So she stopped over there yesterday morning and picked a bunch up. So I'm gonna have same thing, ribs and beans and corn and green beans for supper, leftovers. And it's wonderful, because I don't have to cook because it's like 90 degrees outside, and I have a air fryer that I'd cook some fish in anyway, but I don't have to do any of that tonight. So Painting Fairy is a amazing, has an amazing website. They have everything on there that you can think of to help you cross stitch. They only do they're a cross stitch company, and they have been inundating everybody that I shouldn't say everybody, but I've seen a lot of my fellow diamond painters who work on cross stitch. They have asked them also to show their products, and they did offer me a frame at half price, but it's a wonderful frame. I've seen a couple people set it up, and I just I couldn't afford to buy it at the time, and it'll probably be a while before I can get it now anyway, but so that's why I'm using my Q snaps in the meantime. And they just their shipping is wonderful. I mean, well, it takes 2 weeks, which is good coming from China. So, and their packaging was really good. So I really look forward to continuing to work with them. I do have a coupon code for 5% off. It's my name, and I'll put it down below in the description. And I do make a small commission on it, but I mean, Painting Fairy is a good product, so you can't lose either way. You have 5% off and you get a good product. They are higher end priced, but they have the quality, like I said, is really nice. And they do have they're on the larger size, although they do have some smaller ones for less price. Oops, I'm way over there. Yeah, I want to, there's so many things I want to do, and I just don't have enough time. Even being retired, I don't have enough time. It's pretty sad because I have so many things I want to do. Plus, now that I'm working again part-time, cuts into my crafting time. So I'm sure anybody who's retired and has many crafts can relate. So, did you see all the flooding in Texas? They got like 14 inches of rain in one day, and they're expected to get more rain, which is terrible. Because like, I think 85 people I saw have died. And one of the YouTubers that does cross stitch and diamond painting lives out there, and as last I knew, she was okay. And hopefully after the next bout of storms, she'll be okay. Oh, and when this storm went through, it went, I grew up in upper state New York, and I don't know whether it was that part of that storm, but they got like, I want to say baseball, I think golf ball size hail last week. It's like, and that's so freaky. But this weather is just stinking changing so drastically, it seems. You know, the summers are hotter and there's more tornadoes and, you know, like flash floods like in Texas. So I don't know if you know what, I'm going to a different subject here. I don't have a segue for it. Have you heard or seen anything on, it's called a Muamua. It's an object that came through our galaxy, I think a couple years back. Don't hold me to that. I'm not sure how long ago it was. But, and they being astrophysicists and astronomers or astrological people, thought that it was just passing through. And Avi Loeb, if you've ever heard of him, he is like one of the, he's a scientist. He thought, you know, that it was just going to cruise through our galaxy, and actually it has returned with some company. They weren't sure that it was just an asteroid, or they weren't actually sure what it was. It's a elongated cigar-shaped object, and it's back, and it has some additional, I would say followers, but it has a bunch of accompanied objects with it. So that's pretty interesting if you're into, UFOs or objects, into what's going on in the galaxy and things like that. That would be of interest to you. I like watching stuff like that because I've always been curious about our galaxy and why we're here and all that stuff. So I thought I'd mention that if you're interested. So yeah, definitely if I had a frame this would be faster, and I probably said that on the last one too, but I never remember what I say previously for the most part. I got a package in the mail from, a well-known company that I'm going to be doing a diamond painting unboxing on, so you might want to come back and see that. I would appreciate it because I really like it. So I've got a couple things in the queue, shall I say, to show you guys. So I hope you'll enjoy them. And I know a lot of diamond painters also don't cross stitch, so we got caught there. You'll probably appreciate those videos more so than this one, but I hope you even though you don't work on the hobby, sometimes it's just interesting, in my opinion, obviously, to see other crafts and how people do things. Like I watch sewing channels sometimes, just because I do sew, but I'm not a gnat and a quilter, and I gotta get this net out. I just like to see different things that I might be interested in, although I'm not going to start any new hobbies. I have enough to do now, and I don't even work on all of them, but it's good to have a variety. And I know I've talked about this before, but it just popped into my head. Ouch, again. How many times you stab yourself when you're cross-stitching? It's like, it's probably a good thing that I do have carpal tunnel sometimes. Just because I don't feel the complete pain of getting stuck. But it's funny, I do have a sliver in my middle finger of my right hand, and it's very, very fine. I'm losing my, there it is. But it's very, very fine, but it's painful. I feel it all the time, especially, which makes sense when I, press on it. When I'm using my middle finger, it's like, oh yeah, that's there. But I can't see it to get it out. And I'm hoping it'll work its way out at some point. But we'll see. One thing I do want to get, and there is a cross-stitch company that sends finger tape out with their orders, and I would really love to get some finger tape, wrap it around my fingers, so I don't, so I don't hurt myself when I stick myself. So, and I know Amazon has some, but I'm trying not to use Amazon. I have bought, actually, I got a product from Amazon yesterday because of my chipmunk. I looked up how to get rid of chipmunks naturally because of my chipmunk that likes to visit the interior of my house. And so I got a peppermint product if you're interested how to do that naturally. I'm not sure that it works yet. I did spray it yesterday when I got home from my daughter's. I've not seen any remnants yet from him or her, whatever it is, from the chipmunk. So, that's an ongoing story. And the plot thickens. I love that saying. I used to work with this when I was nursing in South Carolina. When I lived down there, my charge nurse used to say that all the time. And the plot thickens. Do you have a favorite saying? Things, I don't know if you do this, but I find the saying that you become your mother or one of your parents, I catch myself saying things that my mother used to say. And it's funny, my daughter's done that too. She says things that I say. Well, let's see. I'm gonna keep going a little bit more here until I run out of stuff to say. I hope you've stuck with me. If not, obviously you don't know that I'm saying this if you haven't stuck with me, but sometimes I wonder about things that I say. I hope you're chuckling along with me. All right, another knot. I don't know how long I'm going to put up with these knots. See if I can get this out without too much trouble. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Thankfully, if you pull the opposite way, it's going to make a knot, but so buttons, as my mother would say. There's my mother coming out. But yeah, look how clear these symbols are. They're just really nice and clear. This is probably going to take me forever to do, but it's a really nice canvas, really nice picture and print, and I just really like them. Such good quality. All right, a couple more stitches here, and I think I'll end here. And get my bobbin out of the way there. I started watching this new program on Netflix, and it's called The Waterfront. And I'm not sure I like it. I don't know, it's just mainly about a restaurant. Well, there's a restaurant. There's a family that owns a restaurant and a fishery, and there's nobody, really familiar in the cast. And that happens as we get older, and people, actors that we're used to, get old too and move on and things like that. But it's just about drug smuggling, actually. And I'm just biding my time until, God, I got a long time, because the season doesn't start till, the new season of TV shows doesn't start until, sometimes October. So I'm really struggling to find something I'm interested in. I'm watching the Murdoch Mysteries again, and it's like, so boring. I don't know. Supposedly there's a new Superman movie coming out. Supposedly. I saw it on Facebook, and you can't always believe what you see on Facebook or any of the, you know, any of the, what you call them, any of the, it's time for a nap. You know what I'm doing, social media, that's what it is. But yeah, I heard them like the middle of July, I think. Middle of this month is supposed to come out. You know, at my age, I grew up watching Superman, and I watched, for a long time, I wouldn't watch the new, what was it, Smallville? If you like Superman, check out Smallville. The actor in there, he grew on me. He's a good actor, it's not even that, but, and actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's been quite a while since I've watched it. I think the girl, what the heck did I do? I'm not paying attention, that's what I'm doing. I'll take this out. The girl, let me finish this thought and then I'll end my video. The girl that plays his, Superman's girlfriend also played in Pretty Little Liars, if you've ever watched Pretty Little Liars. So, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, for me there's not that much on TV in the summer. But I have Netflix courtesy of my daughter. And so I search around there. Boy, those are uneven. I search around there, and I have Prime, so I look at the movies on there and the programs on there. And oops. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna let you go just because I'm struggling over here with my fingers and trying to get this back on. I don't want to bore you anymore. So. Alrighty then, so I'm just going to continue this, and I hope you'll join me next time for a stitch along. I'm going to do one Wednesday probably, because I don't have to work until Friday. I work Friday 10 to 2, so I'll have time to work on, I think I'll work on a different one. I'm working on my bear downstairs, and I want to get that done. I still have my koala that I'm working on, and a sampler I'm working on. So, yeah, catch me next time when I do another cross stitch if you're interested. And if not, that's fine. I'll catch you on a diamond painting then if you like that. So you all have a great rest of your day and a better day tomorrow. Catch you on the next go round. Bye-bye.